Shall we welcome our guest for tonight?
We shall indeed.
It's the repair shop's Will Kirk, Olympic superstar Daley Thompson, and the stars of a great new family movie, Darcy, Ewart and Naomi Harris.
Oh, let's get the love tonight.
I know, what a sofa for a Tuesday. Lovely. Naomi and Darcy, we'll start with you because you're in this brilliant family film just in time for the summer holidays, and it's all based around the story of Robin Hood. Before we chat, let's have a look at Robin and the Hoods.
Battle stations! I'm Robin, leader of the Hoods. This is our world, where we can fight the forces of evil and to where anything is possible. I am so sorry. Are you all right? I'm fine.
Robin, one of the mums says you shot her kid in the head. You know the rules? No hits above the shoulders.
You'll pay for this!
Naomi, fantastic film, as I said. It's going to be a family favourite.
Yeah, absolutely.
All about sort of children really enjoying playing in the woods. But where does your character fit in then?
Unfortunately, my character is like the villain who comes and she wants to kind of concrete over their... Yeah, exactly. She wants to concrete over their area, their kingdom that they've created in this magical forest and to make it into a shopping mall. And she's very convincing with the adults, so they're all on her side. And it's down to Robin to save the day. And she does.
That's what we like to
Yeah,
hear.
Exactly.
That's what we like to hear, Darcy. Now, this is a big role for you, playing Robin. Tell us about kind of like her and what life was like at the start of the film.
Well, she's strong, she's fearless, she definitely does not take no for an answer. But at the beginning of the film, she goes through a lot of change because her she's got a new sibling on the way, starting secondary school. So she shows children that what growing up is like, basically. Yeah.
And she's a great character. And we know, Naomi, that you love a bit of costume and makeup. Look at Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, incredible.
And in this as well, there's a transformation, isn't there?
I've been actually waiting for this moment for so long. It's been so long since Pirates, but I love a transformation. And then I played a baddie, obviously, in Venom as well, but largely that was CGI. So it's so nice to put on these great costumes and have a massive cape and just cackle. It's great.
Who doesn't love a cape? Isn't it?
I mean, I ain't got one, but I could make one work, I think. Now, playing outdoors, Darcy, is a massive part, as you all know, and we all know, really, from our childhoods. You know, big part, going out, using your imagination. Did you have kind of a magical place, or do you have a magical place that you like to escape to, like you do in the film?
100%. Well, when I was 8, like in primary school, in the playground, I'd fight aliens as a space princess, which was pretty sick. I was like out of breath when I finished at break time. Like I was slaying aliens, all of that. Like it was serious.
This sounds like a new film. You need to...
Yeah, Robin Hood 2, guys.
Yeah.
Robin Hood 2, space transformation.
Like it. What about you two? Well,
I remember having a cardboard box on my head pretending to be an astronaut.
nice.
Not recently, but you know what I mean?
Fair,
You know.
like it, yeah.
See,
Still time, guys.
Yeah.
I imagine that you would have been brilliant at building a den, considering your job now.
Yeah.
No.
Not the case.
Not so much.
No.
Not the case.
Not so much back.
Daley?
I kind of... No.
No, I know.
No, I'm just trying to think. No.
I was saying, for me, it was like Wembley. It was just all sports stuff.
OK, in that case, I've got it now.
I knew I'd get him.
We used to live in a block of flats, and there used to be a courtyard down the bottom with some garages, and those garages used to be my goals from Wembley.
There you go. There you go. Everyone loved a bit of Wembley.
Yeah.
Now, Darcy, I mean, 13 already. I mean, you've done some incredible stuff at your age. It's remarkable. It is. I mean, films like Kick and Collect with Stephen Merchant, which Alex was in, by the way.
Well, apparently so.
Don't remember it.
Small world.
Fantastic.
Playing Roald Dahl's daughter as well with Hugh Bonneville, which is absolutely incredible. But my question for you, and I'd consider who's sat next to you right now, who's been the best to work with?
Not Naomi. No, Naomi and Gwendolyn and Phil Hawkins, because I've worked with him before. He's amazing. Pros, absolute pros. And I think
She was a pro. She's absolutely incredible.
And I think,
yeah,
sorry.
Go ahead.
And I think on behalf of the young cast, like watching the older actors show their characters on screen is so inspirational.
Amazing.
I mean, it's just so amazing being at my age and being the opportunity to play such a big role as Robin. So yeah, definitely.
Incredible.
Two lovely ladies.
The thing is, Darcy, the world is your oyster now. You know, is there a role or maybe a book that you'd like to see adapted in film, something you fancy playing?
100%. Me and my dad, we read this book series by Robin Stevens called Murder Most Unladylike. It's about two girls, complete opposite but best friends, who go to a really strict boarding school and they solve a bunch of murders. And I would want to play Daisy so badly right now. She's my absolute book idol. I loved her and I still love her. So that's definitely on the wish list.
Well,
for sure.
funny you should say that, because we got in touch with Robin, the author. This is what she had to say.
Hi Darcy, I'm so honoured to know that you'd like to play Daisy in a Murder Most Unladylike film or TV adaptation. I'd also love there to be a screen adaptation, and I'm doing everything I can to make it happen. So, watch this space.
There you go.
Whoa, business
big
deals.
Yeah. Getting stuff done. Naomi, quickly for us, you've got a new film coming out as well called The Wasp. Can you give us a little teaser?
Well, it's a psychological thriller about two childhood friends who reunite, and my character, Heather, has a very unusual request of her friend, which is, could you kill my husband? And then it has lots of other twists and unexpected turns. It's one of those edge of your seats, really amazing film.
I mean, she could have just said no.
She could have, but then there would have been no film. So.
That's true.
Well, Robin and the Hoods is available to watch on Sky Cinema from the 26th of July. Thank you both.
Thank you very much. Now, last night we had a great chat with Linford Christie, and Wendy, actually, from Wiltshire, sent us a message after the show to say that she loved it so much and it was great to see her idol on the sofa, didn't she?
Yes, now she said that she'd met him in the 90s, he was super charming and she was smitten. And then she goes on to say, I'm 79 now and it brought back lovely memories. Then you said that Daley Thompson will be on tomorrow. Well, he's the other idol. Thank you, One Show. You've made my week. Daley, would you like to, you know, talk to Wendy, tell her how thrilled you are?
Wendy, I am thrilled that I am your idol. I mean, clearly you've got great taste. And I hope you enjoy the show this evening.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Well, 40 years ago, Daley, the man himself, became the ultimate Olympian when he won his second gold medal for the decathlon at the 1984 Games. He's now opened up about the highs and lows for a new documentary. But before we chat to him, let's take a look at what makes him an Olympic superstar.
He is one of the best athletes that Britain has ever had.
By a country mile, the best Olympian we have ever had in the UK.
Well, quite simply, Daley Thompson is the greatest all-round athlete in the world.
Unbelievable. And it's 40 years, isn't it, since the 1984, of course.
Well, I was only 7 when it was happening.
So is it because of that, because it's the anniversary, that you wanted to do the documentary now?
No, it was because I've got a 17-year-old and a 22-year-old, and they still ask me when people stop me in the streets and start talking to me, and obviously I don't know them. My boys still don't understand that back in the day I used to be able to do that stuff that I can't do now.
And the thing is, it doesn't help because you haven't got the proof, because you've given the medals away.
Well, I did give the medals away, but I don't think my boys would believe me. They would probably think they were fake. But the other reason that I wanted to do it was because I wanted to say thank you to all the people that have helped me down the years. And obviously I get to mention quite a few of the people, but there has been so many people down the years that have helped me. Because, you know, they say that it takes a village to raise a child. Well, I think I probably had a small town, because people gave me travel, they gave me lifts, they gave me food, they gave me board and lodgings, let me sleep on sofas. And, you know, I would and want to say, because most of them, I can't even remember their names. It was so far
But that's
ago.
actually why you've given the medals away, isn't it, to those people who helped you on the journey, which is lovely.
Yeah, absolutely. And but funnily enough, my kids, we actually saw the movie a couple of weeks ago, and my kids, my 17-year-old asked me if I could show him them, and I'm going to get them back so that they can at least have a look.
Nice, yeah.
I mean, some of the things that are really, I think, great in the doc is because you touch on a lot of things, Daley, but you actually kind of go in depth about, you know, the relationship with your mum, for example, and the fact that she didn't quite support you maybe financially more than anything at that particular time to get you to where you needed to be. And it was your auntie who actually kind of like, I suppose, shouldered that at that particular time to get you down the road, and sorry, to get you to the Olympics and get you to where you needed to be. Did you ever doubt yourself or doubt that you weren't going to be able to make it at all?
I'll be honest with you, it never occurred to me that it wouldn't happen. Because I was taught, rightly or wrongly, that if you work really hard, then you'll achieve something. You don't know whether it's going to be gold or silver or bronze or whatever, but you will improve, you will get to where you want to be. So that's how I was brought up, and that's what I believed.
The interesting thing about your story is that you started off as a runner, and then it was a case of chicken pox, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
That basically gave you the opportunity to become a decathlete.
Absolutely. My coach came up to me one day and said to me, did I know what a decathlon was? I said, absolutely no idea. He explained it to me, and I said to him that I hadn't done 7 of the things, and he said that we had a team decathlon going on, and my club was sending a team, and one of the guys had got chicken pox. So if I went along, I got 4 or 5 weeks. I can practice some of the things if I want to. And he said, it doesn't matter if you don't finish, because as long as 4 people start, we're okay. So I trained for those 6 or 7 weeks, and guess who won? Nice, Darcy.
It's a warts and all documentary, isn't it, Daley? I mean, the highs, you know, the controversy that kind of surrounded you in your life as well. You tell it all. It's absolutely brilliant. But, you know, from like an athlete's perspective, some of the parts I love in it, like there's always a moment in an athlete's life where he's just got to step up and deliver. And it was like the 1984 Olympics. You're doing the discus. You've had 2 bad throws, and then out of nowhere, you're thinking, well, surely this one has got to go right. Like, what's going through your mind at that particular time? Because obviously, if it's another foul throw, then you know it's going to be bad for your hopes of getting gold.
Oh, absolutely. It would have been. I couldn't have made gold if I hadn't done the good 3rd throw. And I think because you're training all the time and all that, you kind of understand that the most important thing when you get into a competition isn't your physical makeup. It's much more about your mental makeup.
Yeah.
And if you've done some of the right training and you've done enough of it, then that gives you lots of confidence. And as I was walking into the circle, all I was thinking about was, you know what, in the last year I've had 10,000 throws and I've never had 3 bad ones in a row. Why would I do it now?
Yeah.
Easier said than done. No, you delivered, which is the main thing, which is why you got the medal. Now, Daley, we know how much you want to inspire young athletes as well, ever since you left the track. And one of them is Desiree Henry, who I'm sure you'll know very well.
From 2012.
Yeah, she's taking part in the 4x100 metres relay. And she sent you this little message.
All the way in 2012, you gave me the opportunity of a lifetime to be one of the 7 to light the Olympic cauldron in the 2012 opening ceremony. Thank you so much for believing in me from the beginning, and let's go. Roll on, Paris. Bye.
So, you know, I saw your face like light up then when I kind of mentioned that day. That must be a nice feeling.
Oh, do you know what? It's absolutely incredible, because nobody knows what's going to happen to you. And, you know, she was really young at the time, and nobody could have expected her to still be going now, and yet here she is going to an Olympic Games, which is
incredible.
The most incredible thing as an athlete. So yeah, she is fantastic.
Top man. Thank you very much for your time, Daley. It's been a pleasure. Daley Olympic Superstar is on tonight, 9 o'clock on BBC 2.
Now, as the resident woodworker in the repair shop, Will Kirk here knows all too well how to take care of the things that we love. Now, before we chat to him, here he is doing what he does best.
There's so many components here, it's making it really tricky to get these joints in. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put the original dowels back in. There we have it. Okay, it's back together. Oh my gosh, I need a break and a cup of tea.
Well, keep people who love the programme will be super excited about this book because it's kind of a good entry point, isn't it, to looking after the furniture that you love. We have been inundated, haven't we, with questions, so we're just going to
We're going straight into questions.
We are going straight to questions.
Strap in.
Okay, here we go. We'll start with Christine. She says, I get so mad with my husband when he doesn't use a coaster. Yes, Christine, I hear you. We inherited a mid-century table and I have watermarks. How do I get rid of them? Look.
Oh my gosh, come on. You need to have a word with him. Funnily enough, in my book, I actually restored something very similar to this.
I was like, no, there must be a saving.
Actually, in the book, there's a mid-century piece of furniture covered in watermarks. If the watermarks are fresh, you can use a tea towel and an iron without steam to gently warm up the watermark, because that white mark is basically the moisture trapped in the polish, so you're trying to remove it.
So the iron will lift that mark?
Iron will heat up the moisture, that then goes into the tea towel, or, bit of a gimmick, you can put mayonnaise on there and the vinegar and the mayonnaise will then draw out the moisture.
Messy.
Awesome, sounds like a setup.
Go with the iron.
Yeah. How
Go
to
with the iron,
the table more.
All right.
Unbelievable. Sarah's got a question as well, Will. She's asked, how can I get a mark left from my reed diffuser oil off of polished wood?
Bad news.
Reed diffuser.
Bad news.
Because when you switch the reeds to get the
then
smell
it flicks
again,
all over the place.
It goes all over the place,
You can...
I knew you did, and that's why I explained.
You can use things like, let me think, baking soda mixed with a bit of water into a paste, and that can kind of work out the oil. You can also use white vinegar, 2 parts water to 1 part vinegar, and that's really good at taking out oil stains. Also ink marks and nicotine marks and things like that. There's so much stuff in your cupboards you can use to clean things up. Tomato ketchup on your brass work.
Really?
Yeah, there's loads of stuff.
The children would then go around licking it. Shambles. Maria says, I bought 3 old chairs which were very dirty. I started cleaning them up with Will's special formula and recovered them. Thanks, Will. You are a magician with wood and you're my favourite on the repair shop. What is in this formula? There's the before and after.
Is that my formula? So I get so many messages from people asking what is in this, and it's sort of 3 main parts.
Right, okay.
Which are obviously in the book. But they're really good at lifting dirt off of furniture without damaging it, because the whole idea is you don't want to kind of rush into anything, cause too much damage. But it's really good at cleaning things and
so what is
bringing it
it?
back to life.
What are we talking about?
What is it?
What's it? What's in it?
Special formula.
It's basically methylated spirits, white spirits, and linseed oil.
Oh, fine.
And when you mix them together, it's really good at cleaning.
In an old little jar.
In a little jar. Yeah, exactly.
There we are.
There
you go.
Yeah.
That's how you get it done. What is the biggest mistake that people make when they're restoring kind of old furniture?
Going in too hard, too fast. Because years ago, easy, years ago, behave yourself, man. I was cleaning back a piece of furniture and I started to sand it back, thinking this table was solid oak. No. It was veneered oak on the top with plywood underneath. And I went straight into the plywood. And so you basically want to do a tiny test mark in a sort of concealed area underneath the table at the top of a leg or something before you kind of go all in.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we saw that you posted a really beautiful picture of your little girl on Instagram.
So cute, man.
Oh, look, there she is with the tool belt. And you're planning a special birthday, aren't you?
Yes.
Go on, can you share?
She's going to be 2 in a couple of weeks.
Oh, love her.
So I'm currently making, I'm hand carving loads of wooden animals for her birthday. Yeah.
Amazing.
They'd be so special when she's...
Well, I hope so. She'll probably be like, where's my mobile phone?
Yeah, I said
no,
that. When she's older, she's going to...
I think she will really love them.
Definitely.
Will's book, Restore the Art of Caring for the Things You Love, is out on Thursday.
Now, you've all been getting in touch with your messages about Gareth Southgate's decision to resign as England manager. Catherine has said, thank you, Gareth. You have been an amazing role model. You've done a great job. You should be proud.
Joe says, not a surprise decision, really. He was, however, the very best manager, what you said England
he's been top.
has had since Alf Ramsey.
Yeah, you know what that is? Yeah, he won us the World Cup.
Right, OK.
What else have we got in here? Nick said, sad to see him go. He made the team harder to beat and laid the foundations for the future. I wish him... It's all love, isn't it? It's all love for Gareth as well.
But Anthea says... Nothing to do with football. Our 5-year-old daughter is named after Naomi Harris. We are watching and I'm telling her with such excitement.
Oh my gosh, that's the sweetest thing to hear.
What an honour.
That was brilliant.
So
That is lovely, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, that's so lovely.
Oh, well,
Brilliant.
thank you all for tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for joining us.
Tomorrow we'll be back with Sandy Toksvig and stars of McDonald and Dog, Jason Watkins and Tala Govea. And Matt Allwright will be tackling your watchdog issues. Have a good evening.
Good night.
Bye.